Police officers pleaded not guilty to charges of assault after they were caught on video pushing a 75-year-old man to the ground. Martin Gorgino hitting his head so hard he lay bleeding on the sidewalk in front of City Hall. The officers, Robert McCabe and Aaron Tergowski, were released without bail. They've both been suspended from duty without pay. As the officers leave the courthouse, cheers from a crowd of fellow officers and law enforcement. In another show of support, all 57 members of the Buffalo Emergency Response Team resigned, but they remain on the police force. In Atlanta, an officer was placed on administrative duty after video showing a woman being forced to the ground. Police body camera of the arrest shows the woman being handcuffed and taken into custody. They're now investigating. Stupid. Amber Jackson said during the struggle, her shoulder was broken.
The police then comes in and slams me, yanks me out of the car, and slams me down.
The Atlanta Police Department says Jackson was resisting arrest, and the officer had to force her to the ground to get her in handcuffs. And in New York, the city's police department suspended two of its own after video shows one officer pushing a woman to the ground during protests, and another officer seen pulling down a man's mask and pepper spraying his face. New York's governor says police reforms are coming, perhaps as early as next week.
The legislature is going to come back next week. We have the Say Their Name agenda. No chokeholds. No chokeholds. How many times do you have to learn the same lesson?
That would follow California, which banned teaching officers chokeholds last night. Minneapolis just banned them outright, and the city council voted unanimously to require officers to step in if they see unauthorized use of force by another cop. Tonight, voices of protest still spreading across the country, calling for even more change.
Rahima, in Buffalo, all 57 members of that response unit resigned. So how will the city manage large demonstrations?
Jose, authorities say they have a plan to use city and New York State police if necessary to maintain safety. And a quick update on the 75-year-old man who was pushed to the ground. His family attorney says he remains in the hospital. He's alert, but he says recovery is going to take some time.